Happy New Year. I know where you're going to be at midnight, in bed, like me. Not a chance. I'm going to be up partying tonight. No way, Jose. Thank you very much. There is nothing better than waking up and going, oh, that's the 9 o'clock fireworks. I can't believe I ever cared about New Year's Eve. Can you? There was a time when you would be like mortified if you did not have plans. I remember one year not too long ago, like pre-getting pregnant, where I actually didn't do anything and I was home by myself, and I think it was the best New Year's I've ever had. Like, not trying to get home from anywhere, not trying to impress anybody, don't really care if I'm in bed, and not having any fun, in quotation marks. Jeez, it's just a weight off your mind when you kick into that mode, isn't it? Now, I thought for this episode, I might actually just list off a few of the things this year that I love, some of my MVP mum products, and that I would love you to head to the description in the episode. I've got a little form there where you can share the products that you like. And I thought I might try and put together some kind of like little resource that just lists everybody's favorite products. If you are a solo mom and you use great things, I think it's just there's nothing better than a good recommendation for something. And this is not an exhaustive list. As soon as I press stop on this record, in fact, I haven't got a huge amount of things on this list, but I'm just going to keep on adding to it as I start thinking about it, because I actually think these things are really, really useful to go somewhere and to find some help for things that you need. Few MVPs that if you have not got these already, I would highly recommend. The Glow Dreaming White Noise Machine. The reason that I like this white noise machine, work actually bought it for me for a maternity gift. So I had not really done much research, but now I worry about replacing it. I have had to replace it once because it just stopped working. We use it religiously. She's almost 3 and we use it every single day for all of the hours she sleeps. The reason I love this machine is because the noise is industrial level. Naturally safe for ears, safe for baby ears, but it's loud. It's loud. And being at home in my apartment, without it, I can't actually move around when she's asleep because it's too quiet. On a couple of occasions, it does has a setting that you can press the button and it only goes for 2 hours instead of all night. And she's started to turn the white noise on herself. And so she's clicked the wrong button a couple of times and I haven't noticed. And then in the middle of the night, I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so deathly quiet. And even getting up to try and creep into her room, I'm literally like, ooh, 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 ooh. And one of the only things that I'm like dying to get to is bedtime over nighttime. If I had to not watch the telly out here or creep around, I would just be beside myself. So this thing is less really about her sleeping because we're in the habit of it and it obviously helps her, but it's not like it's putting her to sleep. It's more the ritual that we've been doing since the very beginning of her sleeping. But it's more to cover up the noise outside that I'm making. Not that I'm having a party out here, but even when people come over and I have dinner with them at my house after she's gone to bed, like we can talk at whatever volume we want because that thing is blasting her ears at a safe level, at a safe level. I think that that is a great machine because I like loud white noise for that reason. Less for her, more for me. The other thing that I found online that I've found really great is a foldable porta cot mattress. One of the things that I'm having difficulty with now going away with her is at a certain point they outgrow the porta cot, but when they're not in a toddler bed yet, there is no in between option. I often hire, and this is another great recommendation actually. There's a company Hire for Baby and another one, Emu Holiday Hire. You can search for these companies on Google, but they will drop off things at the place that you're renting for holiday. So things like a cot or a high chair or toys, all sorts of things that you are never going to take on a plane with you. I've done it when I've gone up to visit family in Queensland. I've done it on the Central Coast. We're going away to Mollymook and I can't actually find anybody in the area, which is a punish, which is why I'm facing this drama of being in that in-between period because I'm like, I don't want to buy a little toddler camping bed online because there are no sides on that thing. Like my kid is still trapped within a cage and needs to be trapped within a cage because I want to be able to come and get her when she wakes up. I do not want her to wake up in the middle of the night and come and find me. So I am in this in-between annoying stage where I'm like, I can't actually find anything. If I can't get somebody to actually drop a cot at the holiday house that we're staying at, I can't actually find anything that is going to keep her contained. But the foldable porta cot mattress is great because when they are able to get in a porta cot, you can take it and fold it up and carry it in a little bag, as opposed to, like, my best mate has a big porta cot mattress. You gotta have enough. I have no room in my car. I couldn't take that with me. So this was, like, such a good thing to take with you if you needed to go on holidays and you had a porta cot, but you didn't just wanna use the hard bit of wood that basically goes at the bottom of that. Very, very useful. The brand I had was Timcos, and I'll put a link in the description of the episode, as with everything else. But I found that really, really useful, and I'm wishing that she was still fitting in a porta cot now that I've got to get something sorted. I'm going to buy one of those inflatable toddler beds, I think, probably, but I'm just terrified she's going to be out and running around. I can't believe they don't stay in the cage forever. The next one is again in sleep. I didn't mean for all of these to be about sleep, but this honestly, Ergo Pouch hit me up and make me an ambassador. Pay me to promote your products because you've never seen somebody with more Ergo Pouch stuff in their cupboards. I'm going through the process of cleaning out my house while I'm on Christmas and New Year's break, and I have got every single size of that company stuff because it entirely removes any thought process from the nighttime routine. If you are a parent who is like, "Oh, I just chucked her in something and she's fine," I salute you. I love that you have the confidence. I have so much self-doubt around getting the temperature right, and also because I have so much fear around sleep and wanting to make sure that I do not set up any situation that could get her up earlier than she needs to be up. I am desperate to dress her in the right temperature. And so this, like, you get your sleeping wear and you get your sleeping bags, and they all have a little tog on them, and then you get your little tog guide for each temperature, and it says, for this many degrees, you put them in this tog sleeping bag and this tog pajamas, and your thinking is done. She is still in these things. She's been in them since we moved out of swaddles, and she's going into size 3 pajamas and 3 sleeping bags. And I love them. I just think it's so smart the way that they've done this. And for somebody who's like, I want to know that I'm actually getting this right, so I'm not up all night going, oh my God, is she cold? Oh my God, is she hot? Is she what? Is she this? Is she that? And then when they wake up at 4 a.m. and like, I knew I should have put an extra singlet on. Any of that kind of mental load removal is always something I'm grateful for. So seriously, Ergo Pouch, hit me up. If I can do some stuff on my socials for you. The next thing is the Ingenuity chair. A lot of people get a Bumbo, I think it's called, but I had one of my mates, like, found that her kid couldn't quite sit in there comfortably. This is like a little chair that sits on a table, like it's flat, it's not like a high chair, so you can sit it on a seat. What I have done, like, I take it out anytime we would go out and eat somewhere that didn't have a high chair there. I pop her in it. Even now, it is definitely not for her age, but I go to a friend's place every week and she has a big kitchen island, and we sit around and, like, eat and drink at the kitchen island. And so I sit Olivia on top of the kitchen island in this seat. It's got a little tray. She sits up there and eats her snacks and dinner and stuff with us, sitting on the table up at our level. And it's so good. Like, it contains everything. They've got, the little tray there that they can eat on. Whenever I'd go out and, maybe we'd go and do a picnic, or I'd go somewhere, yeah, not to a restaurant or something, but where you'd want them to kind of be contained and sit there. And because she likes to sit and eat, she's not a, like, run around kid. It's just been so useful to have. You can chuck it in the back of the car. It's so small and compact. Really, really useful. So I love that. The next thing is water wipes. I know these things are more expensive than normal wipes, but my kid has eczema and really sensitive skin, and she has never had nappy rash since I started using these wipes. They are so good if your kid has sensitive skin. The only time Olivia ever has nappy rash is when she comes back from daycare and they've used normal wipes on her, because I, like, send in a packet of them with her. But I can't believe after one day of using other wipes, like, her whole, like, everything's so irritated and sore and, like, oh gosh. And when you have a kid who has, like, really bad nappy rash when she was really young and I hadn't kind of gotten the wipes right, And naturally, you just buy whatever cheap wipes you can get. And then you realize my kid's skin does not like this at all. And gosh, the nappy rash she used to get was just so bad. But anyway, I know these wipes are a bit more expensive than normal wipes, but honestly, like I just could not live without them. They're so, so good. So highly recommend if you've got a kid with sensitive skin. B-Box. Their water bottles, like, are they making a bajillion dollars? Every kid that I see has one of these water bottles. They have, like, a really good water bottle for your kid to, like, transition to learning from, like, sucking from a teat, and then they go into the straw, and it's so interesting watching your kid learn how to drink from a straw, because the first time you put it in their mouth, you're like, "I don't know how they're ever gonna get this." Like, I don't know how she's ever gonna work it out, because it's slightly different to kind of sucking on a teat. And then all of a sudden they kind of do it, but they're so good, like unspillable. I used to have it in bed with her when she was getting thirsty overnight. You just put the water bottle in bed so she can drink and it's like not spilling everywhere. You can tip that thing upside down, throw it around, whatever, like that water's never going to spill. And it's so good. Like every single kid at daycare has one. So I'm sure they're like making a bajillion bucks, but it's such a good water bottle. And even now I see kids with like bigger kid water bottles, but I'm like, why am I upgrading? Am I supposed to be having her drink from a different thing? Is that too baby for her? Maybe I've just realized I'm keeping her behind. But honestly, like I'm still sucking out of a straw as an adult, you know? Like it's a skill that you're not going to not use later on, but really, really good. And the last thing I would say is a silicone bib with a pocket. I had like a bajillion bibs in my drawer, and the mess and the faff and the washing and the shoving them and then like washing them off, but they're all moist and wet. This thing, you wash it off, you dry it, you can use it in 1 second later. It is ready to go. It catches all of the crap. I still have a bib on her. I've got friends of mine that have kids of her age that are not wearing bibs. And maybe it's because they're less messy. But when we go to a cafe, I don't want the crap everywhere. Or she loves spaghetti bolognese. Whenever we go out for dinner, that's what she wants. If I do not have this bib on her, it is a top and pants covered in spaghetti bolognese. So this thing catches absolutely everything. Wipe it clean. Donezo. Bob's your uncle. So easy. Love it. Absolutely love it. Those are just a few items on my list. I'm going to think more about this. I'm going to add to the list. I might do another episode. Head to the description of the episode, click the link for your recommendations and share yours too. Let us share the love for good products, because there is just a lot of crap out there. And the amount of stuff that I bought that I'm like, this was a waste of money, like a nappy bag. Please. I have still got the nappy bag that I bought and the one for the stroller as well. Never open them. I'm going to put them on Marketplace over this break. Like, what a waste of my money, truly. But when you find something good, you're like, oh my gosh, please just save me. And there's so much expense. And as a solo mum, you're doing it all on your own. You know, you're not splitting these bills 50-50. So the more you can like buy something where you're like, I know that not only is this valuable, I'm going to get like 50,000 uses out of it. So the cost per use is going to be like half a cent. That's what we're all looking for in our lives. So hopefully those little products have helped you. If you have any, please share them with you. I will add to the list. I will try and build this out. I think it'll be a really helpful resource. Happy New Year. I mean, isn't this the most mum thing ever? It's New Year's Eve. Everybody's probably getting ready to like go out, get all dolled up, and we are talking about silicone bibs and water wipes. Do you know who I would rather be? Us. Because this is where the cool kids hang, not with their shoes in their hand at 3 a.m. trying to find a taxi. Not us, not you and me. We're going to be in bed early, right after our kids are asleep, thinking about how awesome we are, because that's what real fun looks like. No hangovers for us tomorrow. Just a 5 a.m. wake up, probably. Have a wonderful night, whatever you are doing, and I will see you next week.